Hey guys, it's Olivia. Long time no see. How have you been? I've been lazy. Let's just get straight to the point. First order of business, please excuse me if I sound like a preteen boy. I've had like 2 sinus infections in the past 4 weeks, so my voice is just shot. But I really wanted to get this video up because I'm super excited about it. So Danielle from Danielle Reads and I are both on the Truthwitch Street Team, which if you don't know what a street team is, it's basically just a bunch of people chosen to help promote a certain book. Now the Truthwitch Street Team is like the crowning jewel of street teams. Susan and Nicola from the Wicked Powers. I'll link all their Twitters down below, but they've been working super hard and they've made this the best street team possible. We do these things called heists, which just kind of help promote Susan and her books, and something Danielle and I wanted to do to help promote and spread the love on YouTube is to make a Truthwitch Book Tag. So Danielle and I have been working on a Truthwitch Book Tag for about 1.5 to 2 months. We just wanted to take the time to make sure the questions were really good, that people could get into, while also correctly portraying Truthwitch. And you'll see why in a second, because we kind of included some information along in our questions to kind of give you guys more information about Truthwitch, seeing as how it's not out yet. So let's just get on with the tag. As always, I'll leave the questions down below and you'll see how it's done now. Little disclaimer, please excuse me if I mispronounce some of these names. They are fantasy and I'm inept, so if you know how to pronounce them, please comment down below because I'd love to know. Question number 1, Over in Mountains. This is where our hero Safi grew up. What is your favorite fictional land? And I bet you guys could see this coming, seeing as how I'm basically this series' fan account, but I'm gonna go with Terracin from Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Terracin is my one true home. The way Sarah describes Terracin, her writing is so beautiful, and the way that she describes these characters' extreme loyalty to their country, it's just so beautiful, and it creates this fondness or this loyalty, and I've never been there, let alone the fact that it's fictional. I'll never go there, but I just love it so much, and Question number 2, Safi and Isolde's friendship. What is your favorite dynamic duo? P.S. Excuse me if I mispronounced Isolde. I really struggle with saying that even though I know how to pronounce it. And for this question, I have chosen none other than Will and Jem from the Infernal Devices. Now, if you don't know this, if you haven't read this series, it's not a spoiler, but Will and Jem are Parabati, which means that they are like bound by oath to each other. They're the best of friends, they're brothers, and how Will says that Jem is every better part of himself. Just the way they view each other and the scenes where they fight together, they're so in sync, and I wish I had that so bad. Question number 3, Merrick. And Merrick is the Prince of New Brevna, who is the ultimate hunk. Now, anybody who has watched this channel for any length of time knows that I love Chaol Westfall from Throne of Glass. I know there's a bit of controversy around Chaol, like some people like Rowan, some people like Dorian. I love all of them. I love them all. I love every character in Throne of Glass. He is just the perfect loyal character. I don't care what you say. I don't care what anybody says. Chaol is everything. Not to mention he's also kind of captain of the guard, so. Question number 4, Cullen. He is Merrick's best friend for life and also thread brother. Who is your favorite sidekick? I've talked about this character before in my videos, but I have to give this one to Vita from The Darkest Minds. Vita is just the perfect character for this series and also for Ruby, because even though in this book people are like, ooh, she's rude, do we like her or not? I loved her, and she's the perfect balance of sassy while also being very headstrong and loyal. Question number 5 is Adwin, and Adwin is a mysterious blood witch. Void, 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 void. Who is your favorite mysterious or villainous character? I think you all kind of know what's coming. Rhysand from A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Are you guys tired of hearing me talk about Sarah yet? Hope not, because it's not ending. But in all honesty, I don't need to explain this. You guys know. Question number 6. Aether, this is the magic of spirit and mind. What is a book that you cannot get off your mind? I know we're not supposed to pick the same book that the tag is about, but I can't stop thinking about Truthwitch so much that it affects my schoolwork. Like, I'm sitting in class, I'm trying to learn about proteins and lipids, and oh, Safi, okay, yeah. Merrick, same. So I'm gonna have to give it to Truthwitch by Susan Dennard, and newsflash, this comes out January 5th, so, you know, get on that. But I either need to find an arc or I need to be January because my patience is thinning. I feel like Aang when he was waiting for Black Sun. Question 7, Earth. This is magic over plant, soil, stone, and metal. So it's basically like a really strong element. And for this question, we chose, what is a book that you'll always go back to? Okay, I was gonna pick Throne of Glass for this, but I'll give you guys another one. So for this one, I picked Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. Obviously, every booktuber talks about this. Twilight gets a lot of hate now, but you know, let's be honest, when we're sad, we open up Twilight and we're like, everything's okay. Question number 8 is Void, and this is a mythical power linked to death and shadow. So for this, we want you to recommend us and everyone else a scary or mysterious book. I don't read a lot of scary books per se. I read a lot of fantasy that gets scary, but as far as the genre itself, I don't read it a lot. But something kind of scary and kind of mysterious is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This involves like an unreliable narrator. So something will happen, but it doesn't really happen, but you still read it. So it's her imagining things. It's not scary, like it probably won't keep you up at night, but it's gonna make you kind of paranoid. Question number 9 is Fire. This is power over flame and lightning. So what's a book with hype that spread like wildfire? So this book I'm gonna talk about, the hype existed almost a year before the book was even coming out. And I bet you guys already know what it is from that, but it's Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Now there was a bunch of arcs of this, I believe at BEA 2014, and people stormed for this book. And it was, the hype was just circulating and circulating. I had never read it, I was new to the community, and I had to wait until February to read this. But it was like July of 2014, and I was already like, yes, Red Queen is my favorite book. Question number 10 is Water. This is the power over rivers, tides, rain, and ice. And for this, we want you to choose a book that flowed well. What can I say? I'm bringing it back. Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. Now the rest of the series also flows really well, but this book in particular, the timing was just so well done. And I'll talk about this more in my review that I'm going to film really soon. I'm telling you, I'll film it soon. I finished this book like weeks ago and I haven't filmed my review, but you know, it is what it is. The pacing in this book was just amazing, and the timing of when plots took place was just amazing. There was never a dull moment. Like, you would have action sequence, touching scene, action, touching. It was great. You just kind of had to step back and be like, whoa. Whoa. Question number 11 is Air, and this is the magic over wind and storms. Name a book that you had low expectations for that blew you away. And for this, I'm going to give it to Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. It's not that I had low expectations for this book because I had very high ones, but the first 40 pages are kind of info dumpy, and I was just having a really hard time getting through that. I like books that pick up and the character's like on the run, like they're gone. And so this was kind of hard, but I persevered through it thanks to Naya from Naya Reese. And I can't wait for Ice Like Fire to come out on October 13th because I'm dying. And the last question is Thread Sisters or Thread Brothers. It's kind of like a really strong bond. I don't want to spoil you, okay? You'll find out yourself on January 5th. And we want you to tag your friends. I'm going to tag Bryn from Bryn's Bookshelf, Kelly from Potter Dancer, Naya from Naya Reese, Taylor from Taylor Talks Books, and Anna from Booktemize. But I'm also going to tag everyone, all of you, every single one of you watching this video. Please do this tag. You won't regret it because this book is going to be fantastic. And that's all for today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!